What's up? Lord have mercy.
Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye.
Lord.
This court has adjourned. Jesus in America, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say will be held against you in my court. You have the right to an attorney. If you can't afford one, attorney will be appointed to you. Can I get you both to raise your right hand in my courtroom? I, America, and I, Jamal.
I, Jamal.
I, America.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. So help me God and Jesus and America and Reverend Ike and Dr. Ike and Judge Ike.
Thank you very much. This court is now adjourned. Baylor, if any one of these gentlemen get out of hand,
all right,
you will be hauled up to jail.
Hey, well, amen, amen, amen. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to America After Dark with Bernard Brown, co-host Ike and Jesus. It used to be don't touch me, now it means don't touch us. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, don't touch us. Hey, because you know what, y'all? I'm telling you, we primetime TV, must-see TV. Trust me. And I don't know what that young fella got on his head, but I'm going to let it go. I'm going to let it go. I'm going to let it go. I ain't even going to say it. I'm going to let it go. Hey, glad y'all is here.
It just came in on the ticker. Lamar got the state of Georgia peach on his head. That's what it said. That's the state of Georgia peach.
All right. Well, he looking good. Hey, you know what? I want to thank y'all for tuning in, and this is what's gonna happen. Hey, I want to say hello, welcome to the show, and you know what? It's called Black Men's Perspective Part 1. And you know what? We ain't gonna waste no time. We're gonna get right into it because this is a show that I think every American in America should be watching. And this is from a black man perspective, and everything that's said on America After Dark is their opinion and only their opinion, and it do not have anything to do with our black media, ATR black media. It's our opinion and how we feel and how we live. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here we go. Question of the night. First thing first, question of the night. Do this country want black men to emerge as a black leader? Hello, Vanessa. Greetings. Hello, Miss Lady. Hello, Miss Ella. Greetings. Glad y'all can tune in with us. And let me repeat myself. First thing first, question of the night. Do this country want black men to emerge as black leaders? And I'm gonna start with the gentleman to my left with that funny hair. I don't know what he got on, but let's do this, y'all. Let's do this. Hey, you can't see no women tonight. This ain't about the women. If you want to see some women on another show, I think you need to tune in next week, and then you'll see the women. Trust me, ain't about the women tonight. It's about us. Go ahead, Jesus.
Well, the problem is that, black men can be leaders, but they have to be leaders for a system that will oppress folks. When black men now stand up to be leaders to make sure that equality and fairness is for everyone, then at times it becomes a problem, especially to those who are operating a system to hold people back, the whole African Americans back. And so then we see that fight, that's a constant struggle. But guess what? We don't get stopped by it. We don't sweat it. We understand, because that's what we've been put here to do. We've been put here to not go and fight, because eventually truth is going to rise above all of that. Victory will be ours. But you got to have the people go through the steps. And so that's why some of us, we don't have no problem. And I share this with people, or some people don't know this, that some of us, we have no fear of death. Death is not something that frightens us. That ain't, because we understand that's a part of the cycle called life. So when you get caught and die, you got this fear of death, then that's when they got you. And then that's when you do some things that you should not be doing, that's detrimental to yourself and to your kind and to your kin. So that's why with us, we understand we are a part of this machine to bring about ultimate liberation.
You're right. Okay. You're absolutely right. What about you, JB? Ike?
Well, I got 8 things that's challenging for the black man. Order in the court over there. Better remove that kid out of here. Sorry about that. I had to get one of those kids moved out. That's the problem with the kids in America today. So that was a good question. I got 8 challenging things that's facing us, Bernard and Jesus. Number 8, the criminal justice system. Black men face a higher chance of being incarcerated. Number 7, COVID-19 deaths. Black men have been the most likely among blacks and white Americans to die of COVID-19 at a rate of 2.4 times of white men. Number 6, life expectancy. Women live longer than men. The gap is about 9 years longer. Number 5, unemployment during the pandemic, during the COVID-19 pandemic. Black men have the highest unemployment rate of citizen and non-incarcerated black men and women at the age of 20 years old. Number 4, the labor force participation. Black men at the age of 20 and older is 5.6% higher than everyone else. Number 3, which we all would agree to this one, earnings. So no need to speak on that, because we all know black people make less money than any nationality in this country. Number 2, upward mobility. 20%. We are not moving up on the income ladder because we are not given the same opportunity and the insight as the whites and other races. And the number 1 Jesus can talk to you about that, is the education on all levels. So if you're waiting on the politicians to come and help you, you're going to be waiting a long time. Bernard said something last week about the village won't save us. I beg to differ on that, Bernard. I think that's going to be the only thing that's going to save us is the village. And Jesus made it a comment almost a year ago that I remember, and I said it on last week. I brought it up. We need rehab of the mind. We're going to have to all sit down as a village in order to save ourselves. We can no longer wait around for anyone else to try to save us. It's not working. It's not working. It's 2022. We don't know when the Lord is coming back. So we need to start now as a village and start helping one another. We will spend all our money at the strip club. We will spend all our money on that government seal, on the liquor and the alcohol and the cigarette, but we won't even help the homeless man. Can you imagine if we help the homeless? Can you imagine if we go visit the jail and start helping those brothers in the jail? Can you imagine all those people that we can help along with what we know and what we're doing? When it's time for a civil war revolution, they'll be outnumbered because we'll be on point. We'll be on point. So we need to start helping one another. And I know you might say, well, it's their own fault out there. They out there, they're homeless, they're on the street, it's no fault of ours. Yeah, but we still have to help each other. Our parents taught us that. Our parents used to take in kids that wasn't even theirs. Cousins, kids, relatives, kids. We used to help people back in the 60s when we were coming up. Nowadays, nobody's helping nobody. Nobody's helping nobody. So we need to get back to that village. We need to start helping one another. Because if you're waiting around for anybody else to save us, it's going to be a long time. I think America used to say, teach one. What's that? You teach one, meet one, or something like that.
Each one teach one. Each one teach one.
There it is. Say no more.
Hey. And you're right. You absolutely right. Welcome RG to the show. And this show here right now is about seriousness. It's about seriousness to our Black community. And I just want to let people ever know. It's like, hey, one thing about America After Dark, we can switch up, we can be serious, we can laugh, we can joke, we can talk about anything that need to be talked about. And I think this subject here and this program is about seriousness. I want to clear something up what James said. And I probably said it wrong when he said about the village. I mean to say it take a whole village to raise us on that one. So I had too much drink when I said I quoted it wrong. And then I want to say another thing, don't mess with my script club. That's my script club. And I still help the people. I still help the people when I'm going there. So on that note, so welcome RG to the show. And I'm gonna let RG take this and I'll pick it back on y'all. And the question was, RG, do this country want Black men to emerge as Black leaders? I'm glad you're tuning in, RG, because every time I send you a link, you never tune in. But all I got to do is don't send you a link and then you'll tune in. I appreciate that.
You know what? I'm gonna be serious. I'm gonna act right because I don't want to go to jail because JB here.
Okay.
But can we emerge? I just got back from the Georgia Democrat convention, and y'all, I'm telling you, even though he ain't doing what I think he should do campaign wise, man, when you get in a room with Warnock, you talking about power. And the reason I use Warnock is he has, oh man, emerge is such a powerful word. Mm-hmm. It is such a powerful word. So emerge, man. But in a sense of success of Black men, Warnock is that for many of us, right? And whether we agree with his politics or not, man, to see this young man who comes from a housing project of Savannah to one of 12 children to, as he said today, man, to his father would on the weekends collect old cars and restore cars, and on Sunday restore souls. I mean, just to see that. So an example I want to use is Warnock. So he has emerged in a sense, but how can we emerge? We've got to pass that litmus test. Jamal will tell you all the time, our litmus test is different than the white man's litmus test. And then when you break it down, you look at a field of where we work. Bernard, you were a coach. In the coaching world, you passed the litmus test, you were a successful coach, so forth and so on. Warriors are not successful And so if you went to Jenkins High School, you were not going to be successful. Jamal just happened to pass the test
Right,
somehow,
right,
some way. But he did go
right.
to Windsor for 2 days. But anyway,
Yeah.
I just think that there are certain factors that when you say merge, I think we can. No, I know we can do it. Ain't no thing.
Yeah.
What it's going to take though sometimes is us understanding what that looks like and putting aside our personal differences to get to that level.
Right. Hey, and you're absolutely right. All y'all, three of y'all have great questions, great answers, and everything. And I was looking for something, but I think I'm just gonna piggyback on this with y'all. And I always say based on a true story. Let me tell you this. Anytime a black man emerged in America and they have the black people, the black men, the black women follow them, what happened to them? They're 6 feet under. Martin Luther King, 6 feet under. Malcolm X, 6 feet under. Okay? Anything that's merged, anything that would come to black men merging to change this world, to change this country, to change the way we is in our black community, they find a way to discredit us on everything. Prime example, I was looking at this show today called Simon Hicks, and he made some good points and we and him text back and forth about each other and everything. And I told him, great show. And this guy, Andrew Hicks, we have to just get more background about Andrew Hicks. And they banned this man for every social media that it was in the United States. Andrew Hicks. And the reason why they did that, because he had people, young people, following him, young people listening to him. He's trying to make a difference in the young people world, black young men's world at the end of the day. And I think with us, Jesus, RG, George Ike, we want to make a difference. And people listen to us. Young people listen to us. Young people see that we trying to make a difference, trying to help them. And I'm about to get emotional right now because it was an incident that happened today. And this what made me just pump more was I went to a basketball practice, right? And basketball kids, right? So I walked in the gym, right? And everybody, they hugged me and everything. And I haven't been in there in a while. So 3 of the young guys came up to me and said, "Hey, Coach Brown, we love you. Where you been?" Like that, right? So they said, "We want you to teach us." And I was joking. I said, "Look here, man. I can't teach y'all, boy. Y'all stink." Like that. I said, "Y'all stink in basketball." So we started laughing. And they said, "No, Coach Brown, we ain't saying that." They said, "Coach Brown, we want you to teach us and help us for start killing one another. For start killing one another."
Wow.
Man,
Wow.
that was
That's
the
a
most
lot.
powerful thing I ever heard in my life. They said they weren't even talking about basketball.
Right.
They said, "Help us so we can stop killing one another." You know what? And you know what I say? I give those young guys a hug, and I say, "Hey, I'll do the best I can do, and I love y'all." And I walked out the gym. I couldn't even stay no more. I walked out the gym.
Let me tell you something. A few weeks ago, I forgot that we were on a Rabble. You talked about your wife and you just couldn't get through it. God got you here for that reason. For people like me and for them boys. You don't know what you mean. You may not get it, Bernard, but man, you are a light to this world.
Man,
And you better get that.
man,
Powerful words.
yeah. And I appreciate that, man. I love all y'all on here. And I love every last one of y'all. And man, you know what will get me? I ain't trying to make it where we crying and everything like this him, but if you don't know what somebody going through, don't judge them.
That's right.
Just because you see somebody smiling, and if somebody asks you this here, and I'm just the God heaven truth, if somebody asks you how you doing, and you say I'm doing just fine, I'm lying. I'm lying because I'm not. And I'm going to leave it like that. The only thing that's making me laugh now was Jamal with that ugly head on he got on, man. Go ahead,
Man, let me tell you
Jamal.
something. Man, let me tell you something. I ain't met y'all a day in this world. But when I came to y'all, I met y'all to Julius Hall. When I came to y'all sister house and how y'all embraced me, and your sister, what you don't know is your sister been looking, and your brother-in-law been looking out for my mom and dad for years. That mean a lot. You talking about a damn village? Excuse my language. That's a damn village.
I tell you,
I didn't know you, but your people was already looking out for me.
Robert Bryant.
go ahead.
Right. Bernard has said I had the chance to speak. We
ahead,
have,
Jesus.
you know, so hold on. What you said? You said Bernard. What Bernard was saying that don't change nothing. The bounty's still on his head. I'm let him know that the bounty's still on his head. And yeah, we know it's a serious show, but ain't nothing changed. The bounty's still on his head, and the reason why he felt like that because he got that red on right now because it touches him because he's closer to God because God is what a warrior. All right. Thank you. Okay. Peace.
Hey, you know what? Hey, that's what we do, man.
When I see that on Jesus' head, that's all I want to do.
Hey, and you know, Frankie Beverly and Mason here in Savannah, he's part of the show. He's part of the show.
I want to be in that number.
I can't go to the show because I have to be here. I have to be here.
It's always one. Just hold your hand up. Let them fake.
Even had somebody say, I want you to come see me. I said, I can't go and do it. I got to be on America After Dark. They said, America After what? I said, yeah, America After Dark.
You know what? Hey, Jesus. You know what? Hey, I'm going to leave that go. I'm going to leave that alone right there. And everybody on this show got a contract. And when you're on America After Dark, I got the contract. So you be here when I say be here. But hey, I want to say, man, you know, y'all, we brothers for life. And like I always tell you, RG, man, hey, a caregiver and you caregiving for your loved one, man, that's the strongest job in the world. Believe me.
Hey, you know, it's tough though. With me personally, I just get so immune to it because I work at a children's hospital. With psych kids, I deal with runaways, sex trafficking, autism kids. I deal with it every day for 20 years. You know, have up to 8 or 11 kids a day I have to deal with. And just hearing some of the stuff, which I'm not going to say, all of it, it's hard. It's hard. Yeah. Some of the, you know, just talking to kids every day and what they're going through is hard. And I got a million solutions because I hear it from them. I know what they want. I hear what they're saying. And it's mainly about us, adults. We don't listen. We don't listen. That's the number one thing I hear all the time. We don't listen. And when the kids are crying out, and like they did today, and my brother heard they cry, that's when things need to happen.
Yes.
That's when things need to happen. When things are bad, when things are worse, that's when things are getting better because now you're getting ready to do something about it. Get ready to do something about it. Yeah. When everything is moved on, nobody do anything. When things get chaotic, things get out of hand, when people get fed up, that's when things get started.
Yeah.
When you put your best clothes on, so to speak, and start doing something about it.
Right. And you're right. And you're right. And this is the first step, y'all. This is the first step. Not the last step. This is the first step. And
what that in your hand, Jesus?
Boy.
Hey, y'all, how y'all doing? Hey, why is RG such a hater? Why is he such a hater? You should go over to the light, RG. Go
JB, what up, Bell?
Go get the bell. To the light.
JB, go get the bell.
Hey, Judge Ike. Hey,
Stacey Abrams.
We're your fans.
Stacey Abrams said F. Jenkins.
Hey, you know what? You know what he got in his head? Hey, that look like the Ku Klux Klan, Donald Trump.
Don't it?
That look like Donald Trump in the Ku Klux Klan, man. Hey.
Clarence Thomas, what you say? Tell Bernard what? Clarence Thomas don't like you, Bernard. Clarence Thomas don't like you.
Yeah, that man sure don't like him.
Bro,
Right.
okay.
Miss Producer, we moving on to the next subject. Hey, we going deep with America. Going deep with America. This here. What America needs to know about black men. What America needs to know about black men. And I'm gonna give you that, RG.
Well, I'm gonna highlight my younger brothers like Chris, who works for ATR. Young brother Alex Baptiste down here in Savannah, Isaiah Wynn, all these young brothers that they strong, they smart. And if anybody ever tell you, and this for my parents out there, that your young black male is not as smart, they're actually smarter than the kids in the classroom. They're smarter than their white counterparts. Gifted, smart, strong, intelligent. The list goes on and on. So you can't beat us. They don't want to join us, so they try to crucify us. But guess what? We emerge and we still gonna kick that.
Yeah, yeah.
And we
You're
like
right.
teddy bears, brother. We like teddy bears. Got a tender heart. We're passionate. We good people. We'll do anything for anybody. Just because you see us on the news and in handcuffs, there's a reason behind everything. And not trying to say we don't make mistakes, because some people are in handcuffs. They might need to be in handcuffs. But at the same time, there's a lot of people incarcerated as we speak that are innocent. And you got good black men and good lawyers out there trying to get them out of jail. You got good teachers. You got good lawyers. You got good doctors. There are a lot of good black men out there. So from me to Teddy, don't believe the hype. Don't believe all the bad stereotype things you hear about black, that we can only play sports, football, basketball. We can do it all, because most of the things that we are doing, people are out there stealing it, Bernard. I saw something on TV today called the World Tag Chasing Tournament Phenomenon. Yeah. I never seen no crap like that. We used to do that when we were kids.
I look at it all the time.
I just saw it today.
I look at it every Saturday.
That's our squads. We used to play tag as kids.
Right.
We invent everything. So all I'm saying is just give the black man a chance. If you put us on the 50-yard line and you start on the 50-yard line, just give us a chance. Don't put us 50 feet back. We feel like Usain Bolt. You're giving him a 20-yard lead, and then you're asking us to chase and catch him. Just be fair about everything. If you can be fair about everything, then you will see the black man for who he is. You'll see his heart. You'll see his passion. You'll see his heart. And then you won't stop killing us.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Hey, Jesus, hey, that's a touchdown. You absolutely right. That's a touchdown on that. Everything that came out your mouth was absolutely right. I agree with it. And I'm gonna let Jesus, I'm gonna let him piggyback off of what you just said. Go ahead, Jesus.
If you went to Windsor Forest, you're not a black man. You don't know anything about
Let's see how the devil bears work.
Oh,
Jesus, Jesus out my coat. Get him out.
Well, I was going to say this. I was going to say initially to Bernard Brown, to your question, I don't know about black men because I'm not black. I'm Cubano Americano. I just help y'all out. So I don't know anything about black men and what y'all represent, because I'm not one of y'all. I know y'all confuse me being one of y'all, but I'm not one of y'all. I'm Cubano Americano.
That's called language. I'm Clarence Thomas.
I was born in La Habana. Then I came to Savannah. They brought me to Savannah. Savannah. I was born in La Habana.
He's right, Bernard. He's right, Bernard. I just got it on the ticker. Some of his relatives. He's absolutely right, Bernard. Shirley Matuba.
They can never act right.
Shirley Matuba. Lyndon Johnson McQuarrie. Lyndon McSinko. All the relatives.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna say this out. Hey,
That's the lie.
Listen right now. Listen, I want everybody to get this clearly. Let me get it clearly. Let me address it right now before we go any further.
Oh, Lord.
Before we go any further on this show.
Let's be friends.
Hey, I ain't got time to cuss nobody out. I don't want to cuss nobody out. I don't want to mute nobody or anything like that. I said we're going to be serious and we're going to do it right. And Jamal said he ain't black. So I think Jamal probably need to remove himself from the show because at the end of the day, he blacker than me, y'all. He blacker than me. So, hey, I'm going to let him go with I'm going to let him go with that last question because I don't want to be fighting on the show. But the next question I ask you, you better answer it right. Your contract and everything will be removed from this show.
He's not from here. He tried to. When Jamal was like 31 years old, bro, he was trying to tell his parents that he wasn't from here.
He's from Burnenberg. He's from Burnenberg.
You know what? Hey.
He's from Burnenberg. He's from Burnenberg.
Hey, you know what? I got some more. Hey, I got something else I want to say. Hey, Jane, don't interrupt me no more when I'm talking. All right? Don't interrupt me no more when I'm talking. You know what I'm saying? Don't be interrupting me. Let me just get it out. Hey, RG, I'm glad you joining us. And the question was, RG, as we highly say Jamal is the white man now. Hey, the question was, RG, going deep with America. There you go, my agent here.
Jamal missing stuff in the dark. His house has no light bulbs.
That's it. Hey, what America need? Hey, it's like this here, RG. What America need to know about black men, and you deal with them every day. Just disregard what Jesus said with that ugly head on. Go ahead, RG.
No, for real. I think we all are off of that. I think all of us here, and I'm gonna point out the founder of this network. You know, you got Julius Hall is one of the most intelligent people we know. Made mistakes. All of us have made mistakes. I made my mistakes. Make them every day. But the thing is, for a person to give what their life and their all for the betterment of people, that's a real man. You know, you got people back here getting kickbacks and all that. You know, but no, you could be out here chilling, retired, whatever, running your business, but you take time out to help people. Same as JB, same as Teray. Teray ain't got to do all the stuff he do. I mean, that's a real black man to me. Is that when you take time out of your day, when you take time is precious, time is valuable, time is monetized. But you take time out and make sure that the community is better. That's a real person. You know, we see examples every day where folk want to give me $1 for this, give me $1 for that. Man, please. If you ain't helping the next person, if you ain't paying it forward, you ain't nothing to me. I mean, I'm just trying to say it. I take pleasure in serving. God ain't put us here to take. God put us here to serve.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And at the end of the day, we want to clear something up too to America, and they be hit me in my inbox. It's like this here. Jesus, Jamal, and Jay, especially Jesus, hey, we brotherly love, man. That's what we do. We have fun. We check each other. We say things, and at the end of the day, hey, we is who we is. At the end of the day, why I gotta kiss. And Jamal,
I get a check, Ivan.
Hey, this boy, hey, let me tell y'all something right now. Jamal is bipolar. If I said it right, Jamal, sometimes every Saturday night, he don't take his medicine. So we're going to disregard with a bunch of stuff that he say. He don't take his medicine. He don't. You know what I'm saying? But with me, what I want America to know about black men is this. Number one, we all ain't out there killing each other. Number two, you got 2 professors and Dr. Professor on this show. And 3, you got Dr. Jamal, and you got the Dr. RG, and you got Dr. James that deal with kids when they're 3 months old, he's dealing with them. So my thing is this: stop thinking that we all, sell drugs. Stop thinking that we all, a pimp. Stop thinking that we all can't we don't have a mind of our own, that we can't serve a community and lead us. At the end of the day, we are, man. Trust me, I guarantee you, everybody on this show, when they're in their room and not in front of the camera, I guarantee you something gonna make them cry that they seen that day when it come to our black men. I'm tired. I am damn tired of this damn society and this country thinking that all we is a bunch of thugs. All we is we don't have sense to know what's right and wrong. At the end of the day, if we got sense enough to tell you about your butt, we got sense enough in our heart to raise our family, to raise our kids. All us done raise all us on this show done raise some kids, done doing the right thing. So I'm just tired of it. And y'all say, yeah, always going off. And y'all always say, but at the end of the day, I'm just being me. And who don't like it, I don't care. Because you can come to 37.55 and pay that light bill that I paid today. And if you can't do that, shut up. Go ahead, Jesus. Go ahead, Joe.
I want to add this, y'all. You know what I think, Bernard, what happens a lot of times is when you see people like the Barack Obamas, the what's your brother then in the Senate, the Warnocks to us, people, when we do well, they want to push us back. They ain't used to, they're not used to that strength. It's the same reason why when your child, and I'm speaking to my parents, I keep saying this because I want y'all to get it. When your young black son excels in school or they have behavior problems, it's because they're not challenged. And if you're not challenged, you're going to go find something to do. Same thing with our young people in the streets. If they're not challenged, they're going to find something to do. Your child, our children, our young black males are smarter than the average student, are smarter than the average citizen. All of the ideas and things you're hearing on this show tonight and that you will hear on future ATR shows, hell, look at this. How many people do you know, going back to the founder of this network, how many networks do you know? This is y'all think about it, a network of 30 podcasts. That's incredible. That's incredible. But I guarantee you somebody's saying somewhere that he don't got it together, he got enough together to put this together and much more. So what I'm telling our people is this. Terrell tell you all the time, you come from greatness. We got to start embracing that because you come from greatness.
Yeah.
You come from greatness.
Yeah. And you're right. And I'm going to piggyback on what you just said. And y'all can say I'm kissing somebody's butt. And y'all can say anything you want to say. And I'm going to tell you right now, the man, Julius Hall, he deserved every credit that when it comes to our black media, ATR black media, him and Charlie Brown, at the end of the day, you talk about a man that went through Pew D hell. That's right. I said Charlie Brown. That's right, Charlie Brown. You talking about a man that went through Pew D hell and back and find himself back in society. And y'all always talking about this man. Man, shut up. This dude done start something. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be on this TV right now. Okay? He done did what he needed to do. And then Jamal, stop that before I put you off.
What I do?
I don't know who making all that noise, but stop it.
I wasn't doing that.
You know what? Man, let me tell you something. Hey, and like I said, I'm gonna get you later. I'm gonna talk later, but
I ain't do that.
Let's give credit what's credit is due.
You gave me credit for something I ain't do. I ain't do that.
You know what?
Judge,
you sound like a little damn kid. You sound like a little kid. Well, I ain't do that on the thing. You know what?
Judge, I ain't do nothing, Judge. I ain't do nothing.
That goes with the question itself. Using the black man or something he didn't do. I was the one that was doing that. That was perfect. That was perfect timing because we always get accused for something that we didn't do. But that is having proof.
But let me tell you something right now, Jay. But society never say this here. Jamal, I apologize to you for claiming that you did something that you didn't do, and I am truly sorry. I apologize to you for wearing that hat. I apologize to you that you need a girlfriend. I apologize to you for everything that you run around in Savannah, Georgia. I apologize to the Jenkins Warriors that got the hell beat out of them last week. I apologize. I really do.
Lord.
That's what I want to hear in my court. Nobody got shot. If we learn how to apologize and stop falsely accusing the black man. But I want America, your audience, to know that the black man don't always agree with the black man.
Right.
So, and this just real talk. We don't always agree with each other. And when we get passionate about something, we are not angry. Because they tell our sisters that all the time. They are not angry. They're just not going to go for the BS.
Hey, come on now. Say it again. Say it again.
Not being angry. And when we burn down our own community because we see something on the news that we don't like, police brutality, we sitting at the house too. Say, why in the hell they burning down their own damn community? Because now they gonna have no way to stay. But I understand why we don't like it either. So I always think when things happen and when you say something about us that we get angry, because if we're wrong, we admit that we are wrong. We was taught that as a kid. So that's another stereotype. Don't always think that we all agree with one another. Don't think that we all have to vote Democrat because we feel the Democrats are helping the black people as a whole. So all black people on this earth have to vote Republican. Don't all lump us all up. We all get mad about shit that we see too that the black man is doing. But at the same time, you can put us all in one pot when you say we fed up. So all these things that we go through because we are fed up. We don't like what we see half of the time on TV, but we fed up. Same way y'all are fed up, we are fed up. Same way you want your kids to have an education, we want our kids to have an education. But we fed up because the opportunity line itself is not fair. The playing field is not fair. And another thing, we can go through a lot. We've been through a lot. And we still calm, we still passionate, and we are forgiving people. You don't see none of us screaming for 40 mules and 40 acres in a mule. You don't see none of us screaming for it. Do we need to get it? Yes, but do you see us screaming for it? No. No. We got white folks in our family. I got white nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
Do you see us talking about color? We care nothing about color. Our parents didn't tell us nothing about color when we was kids. But one thing they did tell us, if we got into a fight with somebody white, you better beat their ass. If not, I'm going to beat you. And that is about being real and talking real. Because this was the 60s. We didn't have anything. Our parents told us when we go to Kmart, when we go to Food Town grocery store, if you pick up anything, you know what's going to happen. If you show out in the store, you know what's going to happen. But what do we see? We see the white kids passing out, going down the aisle, just knocking everything over. So now we develop a lot of stuff that we saw, a lot of privilege that we saw, and we doing the same thing. Because I can guarantee you the black people wasn't raised the way they are handling themselves and doing things now. The parents are acting ignorant because they're young. They having babies at 15. They having babies at 16. Now the kid got to go out and help mama pay the bills. Now, how a 16-year-old know about any type of structure about policies and procedures on a job? But he know how to sell some drugs because that's all he know. That's in the neighborhood.
Come on now, keep preaching.
Yeah,
That's
Boy,
the neighborhood.
I do it.
But what we need to do is get back to what we used to do. Our parents, our uncles, our cousin was brick masons, carpenters, electricians. Go out with your daddy if you can find them. Go out with your uncle and learn a trade. Make some little extra money on the side helping them. Go out and cut some grass.
Yeah.
Pass the water out on the street. That was a good thing. But now you're getting aggressive with it and you're snatching folks' money out the cognac and the D-food. Do something constructive. You like that? Hell, we mad at that too.
Say it, Bernard.
Don't think that black people are agreeing with everything that we see.
Look up.
Because we're mad at stuff that we see too.
Look.
I'm quite sure you mad at stuff that you see. It done got to the point when anything that happened on television, first thing come to a black man's mind, the first thing come to a white person's mind, I hope it wasn't one of us. I hope it wasn't one of us. And then when we find out it wasn't one of us, what we do? We take a deep breath. And that stereotype that they'll put in your head, oh, black people don't kill. Black people don't kill their parents. Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Oh, black people wouldn't go out and blow up nothing. Yes, they do. They all human. Stop stereotyping everything that we do.
You preaching tonight.
You absolutely. Hey, JB, you know what? Boy, you hit everything that I know for a fact all of us wanted to hit. And boy, you know what? You came out my house. We grown up together, boy. That's what I'm talking about. I've been wanting to see that, man. Come on.
That's
Tell me what Jamal say about Woodville Tonkin and all that. Jamal with that ugly ass head, he don't even know. He just Jamal trying to be a winner because he never wasn't a winner at the Warriors. So he's trying to be the winner. He better be glad we won't keep him on this show. You know what I'm saying? Period. At the end of the day.
Don't worry about Jamal, because 2 nights ago, when Jamal was asleep, I had someone that break into his house.
Oh, Lord.
They put a tape recorder, but our old school tape recorder in his house. And I have everything on this tape. I have the comment he made when he was at Windsor Fires for only 2 days.
Right. He loved it, didn't he? They say he loved it.
Also,
he didn't want to go.
Bernard, you think this tape is something? This tape.
But let me break it down, y'all. Let me break it down.
The Wolverine.
Jenkins is a racist school. Jenkins High School is a racist school. You know why?
Yes.
They misappropriating the American Indian. They're a racist school.
Yeah, you absolutely right. And I mean to bring that up to you.
I got them on tape.
Right. Jenkins Warriors, they are. And you know what? I'm going to say this. The only thing Jenkins Warriors ever had and ever won, they had beautiful young ladies. That's it. They never was a winner, you know.
How dare you misappropriate the American Indian? How dare you?
Hey,
we entered an agreement with them.
Miss Medusa, and right, Charlie Brown was one of the founders. Charlie Brown and Julius Hall, founder of ATR, Black Media, and everything. But Julius Hall gave us the opportunity to do what we need to do. And at the end of the day, hey, he from Woodsville, Wolverine High School, and we love him. And Jamal, you keep your comment and that ugly hat to yourself. Miss Producer, let's move on, please, to the next subject. Hey, on a serious note, and this on a serious note, on a really serious note, hey, is rapper and rap music killing our young black men? Is rapper and rap music is killing our black young men in this society today? And I'm gonna let RG, I'm gonna let you piggyback. I'm gonna let you take this one first, RG.
I ain't gonna be long, y'all. I'm gonna say yes. However, there are artists. There's a difference between a hip hop artist and a rap artist. I lean towards hip hop artists like Lil Baby, Lil Durk, Chris, Two Benji, who is with ATR. They're talking about real struggles. When you're just talking about, and excuse my language, when you're just talking about HOES and DRUGS, that ain't That ain't what we need to hear. We need to hear upliftment. We need to hear. I want to hear your struggles, but I don't want to just hear you cooking it up and how you make the money. That ain't productive. I don't give a damn. What I do want to hear is what Lil Durk and them talking about, and 2BNG and his crew, Soul Tribe. So I think there's a difference between hip hop and rap. And yes, to answer your question is yes. If it's not productive, it is poison.
Right. Yeah. What about you, Jesus? What about you, Jesus? And like I said, it's said on a serious note. On a serious note, is rappers and rap music killing our young black men's Jesus?
I said no. Rap music, excuse me, and or hip hop is not killing our young black men. And rappers is not. It's a society issue, and society basically, and it starts even before the music. That when they're in schools, when they're in the neighborhoods, when they're in any environment that's of this world, and it shows them that they're not valuable. So now they have a musical art form that they can try to get some value, but they've still been taught. They've still been taught to hate themselves. So all they spit out stuff that still causes them to hate themselves. Some of them may scoot by and get by it, but so I would now go and put it on rappers because people say about the blues. That's what I get. But today people look at the blues and they talk about how wonderful it is. I listen to classical blues. I have blues is playing in Europe, blues playing here in the South and throughout the entire United States. So I go and say it's not them. But again, we know machine is in place to try to destroy us.
Yeah. Man, you say that's so wonderful. You know what? You want to continue?
Yes, sir. I can continue. And so that's why it becomes important for us, as I say, not to buy into it. And so even with those, and when we look at somebody who is an artist, to now to get them to understand that your artwork and what Brother Rob wanted to say, that I want to hear about the struggle, but why I want to hear about the struggle? Because I want to suspend reality for that moment. Entertainment is for a suspension of reality. Sports is a part of a suspension of reality when you are a spectator. It's a suspension of reality. It's to take you away from what you may have been dealing with. It may take you away from the drudgery of that job. And so with regards to entertainment, so that we understand that, again, we say suspension of reality, that's for that moment. But we don't want you then to try to make it like a 24/7, your entire lifetime venture. And so for some of them, that's why they're going to project that. But then you also see how some of them evolve. Ice-T was a pimp. Ice-T was a pimp. Yeah. But now that Ice-T now doing Cheerio commercials, Honey Nut Cheerio commercials. Wait a minute. This somebody that was a pimp, somebody that was in a gang. Look at Snoop. Snoop now on pretty much everything. Snoop, here go. He would gang banger, all other stuff like that. But that's a part of it. And I tell folks, if you look at some of them, you can see that's what it was about. It was about entertainment, a vehicle to get them to a point. And some of us, again, who are misguided, miseducated, they don't realize it. They think what they're hearing. So that's why now we have to learn to break away and decipher what is real and what's not real. And so, and that's what then that becomes so hard. Understand that it's a suspension of reality. It's something for you to escape for that moment. If you like, you want to binge watch on it, you binge watch on it, you binge listen on it. That's what you're going to do. But and that's what our fight is. We got to fight the people to make sure they understand that you suspend the reality, but you go back to the reality and you use the tools you learn on positive shows and positive information that you get to not change this world.
Yeah. Real quick, if I could, Bernard, what Jamal, and if you can expand on this, there's a book by Carter G. Woodson, The Miseducation of a Negro. You planted that seed.
Just something real simple. What Woodson says that if you have basically taught a man that he must enter through the back door, even when he had an opportunity to go through the front door, he'll still go through the back door. Because he's been so trained. He's been so misguided. That's what happens. So that happened for men and women, and so it happens to our children. And so we grow up in those environments, and that those who break away, sometimes you're looked at viewed as weird, strange, not sociable, radical, militant, evil, hateful. you don't like anybody, you criticize everybody. No, what happened? Your mind's eye is now open, so you're able to look at things critically. And then also you able to look at the good and the bad, but you realize you cannot be silent on the bad, because the bad they rest on and they applaud the fact when people don't call them out for the bad that they do. So now when you speak out against the bad, somebody look at you like, why y'all saying that? Why is Judge Ike saying that? Why he got to say that? He ain't got to say that. No, Judge Ike needs to say it. He needs to say it, because if he doesn't say it, guess what? The evil goes along. The evil keeps going along. The evil just sail along, and the evil likes that. So that's why those good people, I tell people, you are actually the leaders. The good people are the leaders, because you not know what's right, and you can speak out on what is wrong.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And on you, Ike, like I said, on a serious note, is rappers and rap music killing our young black men's. And hey, trust me, RG, Jesus, y'all hit it on the spot. And JB, just bring it over and piggyback for what they're saying.
You been on Radio Raheem? Love, hate. I blame the record companies. Record company.
Yeah.
When you can get a beef and keep that beef going, and you get these young kids to buy that music, and they got those beef in their head, somebody's gonna get killed. They go back from the 90s with Biggie and Tupac. When you can get those beef going and those record companies can get rich, they're gonna allow you to say those words. They're not gonna censor it. Because when we was coming up, when we heard Millie Jackson say a cuss word on her CD, or Rudy Ray Moore said a cuss word on his music, we were shocked to hear something like that. It wasn't making no money. Now these 4-letter words, and you calling people out their name, it sells. It sells. It sells. And everybody want to go out and buy the music. Everybody want to hear the lyrics. R&B is dead. There is no more R&B. When you turn on that radio on every station, every last one of them, all you hear is rap music. And don't get me wrong, I love rap music. I love rap music back in the day, and I love rap music now. But when you got 99% of the time, all you hear is rap music, the kids are like a sponge. They're going to gravitate to those words, and we all know words kill. The words are in some lyrics, and they take those words literally. They take those words to heart, and those record companies promoting them to keep it going, to put that in there. No, don't take it out, because they have the final say so. I like that. You hate that person, keep it in there. Keep it in there. So now you got these beef. So now I got to take you out because you talking too much. Rappers been dying like this the last 3 to 4 months. Every time you turn on the television, a rapper done got shot and killed.
Yeah.
You probably done got about 5 rappers, probably just in the last 3 months.
Yeah.
In the last 3 months. And it was over the lyrics that was in the music. They don't know the person. Probably couldn't even tell you the name of their mother. Probably couldn't even tell you the name of their kids. But they can tell you what they heard about themselves in somebody's lyrics, and now that other person is dead. The other person is dead. So you want to blame anybody? Blame the record company. Tell the record company, now you can't put that in there. Now we're going to keep the music like how it used to be back in the early 80s. Let's talk about what's going on in the black community. Let's talk about what's going on in the world.
Yeah.
Nobody died back in the day over no rap music. Nobody. So I blame the record company for allowing the music to come out, for allowing the lyrics to come out the way they're coming out to start this beef. Biggie and Tupac was friends. The lyrics killed them. The words killed them. And that's what killing these rappers today. The words that are coming out of my mouth. That's what's killing them.
Yeah. And you're right.
You can't kill nobody without a gun.
Yeah. And you know what? Every last one of y'all, trust me, every last one of y'all have great points. Y'all hit the nail right in the coffin. I'm gonna say this him. I'm gonna piggyback what you just said, Jay. The record company, okay. Black folks don't own the record company. The white folks own the record company, okay. Number two, you got white people, white kids are listening to black music, and I'm gonna break it down. 80% of white kids buy black music. They go in the store and buy black music, rap music, and they buy them because they can afford to buy them. 20% of black kids download the music because they can't afford it. They download the music. So y'all tell me this in. Let's do the math. If 80% of the white kids buying the music and that money going to the rapper, and 20% of the black people are downloading it, that means the black people are not spending money on the rap music. And that's facts. And if y'all want to know, Google it. That's facts. At the end of the day, I don't think the rap music is killing our kids. I think some of the rap music are positive, some of them not. At the end of the day, I think what James and y'all say, we get caught up into the beef and beef sell, and at the end of the day, it's a shame. And I'm gonna send a message to all the black rappers, all rappers in general. I think you need to watch what you say in your music, because you got kids are watching it, and kids are listening to it. And if you got beef with somebody, why don't you pick up the phone and call that person? Hey man, I didn't like that. Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. And that's the problem with us black folks. That's the problem with us black folks, man. Every time somebody says something negative about us, we want to like, oh Lord, I don't want to hear that. We want to go and take them out at the end of the day, which is wrong. If I got beef with Jamal, if I got beef with RG, if I got beef with my brother, whatever, at the end of the day, we be texting every single day, 24 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? We love each other. And only thing I can say about this, it's a rapper in Savannah, Georgia, and everybody know who it is. And I'm sending a message out to you, young fella. You know, watch what you say. You know, we love you. Take care of your family. And every beef is not a beef that you should jump in. I got this young fella who stayed across the street from me. You know, everybody want to be the rapper, but everybody can't be a rapper, because some of the stuff y'all saying is really is nonsense. You know, all I'm saying is this: all of us are black young men that we trying to save us. And that's what this show about, is us trying to save us.
My hand was up first.
If we don't save each other, who's going to save us? And I know RG hands is up, so I'm going to go ahead and let RG take over. Then we're going to pick it back up to Jay.
But no, and I'm going to say this. What you said resonated with me. What I think we've got to do a better job of, and I'm speaking directly to our young black males, including myself, we got to start listening to your elders. There's a reason why in our community, elders hold a place, a sacred place, and I mean a sacred place in our space, in our community. There's not, and I guarantee you this, my father, there's things that we do not agree on. We will vehemently disagree. But at the end of the day, he is an elder, meaning that he has walked the path, meaning that I have not accepted a baton until he provides it to me. Bernard and JB, they are elders. While I may not agree with what they say, there's a space I respect until they're ready to give off that baton. And what I think is a disconnect with our young people is this understanding what an elder is. Now, I'm not talking about other communities. I'm talking about our community.
Right.
An elder is a sacred space, and we don't respect it as we should. And I mean, and I might cuss, I might say my words, whatever, and I might have whatever disagreement I have, but there is a space where an elder has precedence over you. Now, I ain't talking about other folk, I ain't talking about the white people. In our community, black folk,
yeah,
the elder holds precedence over you. You may not always agree. You may not like what they say. Give a great example. I'll never forget the first time I met Jamal Touré. Jamal Touré made me feel as small as a penny, and I didn't like it, but he's an elder to me, and we've got to understand that a little better.
Yeah, and you're right.
I have no knowledge what he speaks. I have no knowledge what he
But
speaks.
Jay, hold on for a minute. We're gonna rebuttal and let Jamal explain himself why he interact with RG about this thing. Y'all carry this on for about 2 minutes. Go ahead. What happened?
Well, let me offer this, and he was real. He was real. I thought it was one thing, but then I think different, y'all. One thing about me that you will know, if it's real, I'll take an L. I'll take an L. I'll say I made a mistake. Well, what happened was Jamal said, you know, one thing, I asked you a question. You basically told me some bullshit, and I ain't like it. He was right. He was right. I ain't got no, you know, again, when an elder gives you some advice, you take it. It ain't my decision to say you wrong.
Right.
It's not, because I have not walked the shoes that the people before me have walked. So whether I agree or disagree, you sit back, you shut up, and you listen. Now I might have said, well, you know, fine, but you still respect the space of an elder. That's all I'm,
Right.
telling our young folks.
Right.
But Jamal gonna say tell a lie anyway.
Yeah. So what? Hey. So what did Jamal say to you to make you feel the way you feel? And I'm not trying to start no beef.
He was right.
Hey, I'm not trying to start no Tupac Biggie beef on America.
No. What he said was correct. To start
Jesus R&B, but explain to us.
No, what he said was correct. However, what I'm saying is, to our young people, is whether it's right, wrong, and different, you still listen and you accept it. And if you have a rebuttal, there's a way you give a rebuttal. But I think what we have lost in our community is that at the end of the day, as a young person, our young people don't understand what it means to have protocol is big to me. Protocol is big to me. Big to me.
Yeah.
And we have lost in our community. There's no Native American folks teach us a lot. If we just sit back and watch, we have adopted a lot of cultures that were taken, a lot of values that were taken from us in the church, but it was taken. I mean, we don't get it. But in the day, somebody will tell you something. You take the information, you absorb it, you think about what could I have done differently, and whether you like it or not, it is what it is. But I mean, like I said, I heard, I was like, this motherfucker.
All right, hey, Jamal, do you want a bottle before I go to JB?
I only met Robert Bryant in January this year right here. I only met him in January this year right here. First time I met him was in January. The first time I met him. So I have no knowledge what he speaks. I have no knowledge what he speaks.
Okay, all right.
But Bernard gonna say that's tied to that. Not only am I bipolar, I'm also have schizophrenia.
Yeah, you know what? Hey, America, I want y'all to donate to Jamal charity. I want y'all to donate to Jamal charity so you can get some pills or something. But okay, go ahead, JB. Go ahead. Jack, you can't do that. Jack, you can't do it. Go ahead, JB.
Jamal distracted me. What? I'm looking at. I
know it. Jamal, he distracted us with the hell, man. Go ahead.
Looking at this noun on his head, and it just reminds. That's coming up in my mind. I see that on his head. But, going back to the raps, the music killing the rappers. In any genre of music, but them artists, by the time they get their money, that record company, that producer, that writer, all of them have to, the makeup artists, the wardrobes, all that they have to be paid, and stuff have to be paid off before they actually get their money. And by the time they get their money is so small, they have to do so many shows, so that pressure is on them from the record company to come out with another another CD, another album, however you want to call it. The
Yeah.
pressure is so heavy on them. So that's why they have to resort to those type of words that angry a lot of people. And that's when that's where the beef starts. So it's not so much the rappers are killing each other, because if we had R&B, but we had R&B, if R&B wasn't dead, kids would reach out to so many other avenues, because we had the Jackson, we had New Edition, we had 112, it was so many, and rap was so small. But now that R&B is gone, everybody trying to be that number one person, everybody trying to get to that top, and so they have to push that music whether they want to or not, because a lot of those rappers are really not hard. They have to portray that image. Right. They want to stay on top of their game. They have to portray that image as being hard. So they have to keep pumping that music out. They have to keep pushing that narrative of hate, beef. You're right. Music, and those words are what's really getting them. Right. Like I say, so many rappers done got shot and killed. But every time you hear a rapper, you rarely hear a rapper outside of DMX lately that passed away from drugs, but not by the hands of a gun. Yeah. The last few rappers that we've been hearing, they've been getting shot. Yeah. And you're right, Jay. Hey, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. What you saying? You don't see George Strait out there trying to shoot another artist. Yeah. It's the lyrics that they're using. Right. And you're right. And every last one of y'all right now, I'm not saying I'm just pushing through time because I'm trying to get through this. Yeah. But I want to say this here. Listen. Lil Baby got a documentary coming out, so y'all try to catch that. That should be a little light on what's going on. Listen, let me say nothing. Hey, I ain't trying to cuss y'all out. I ain't trying to do none of this, but I ask y'all, let's stick to the script, because if y'all raise y'all hand one more damn time, and we got to move on, because we got some more stuff to come. So I understand what you're saying. And RG, you raise your hand. I'm gonna let you go 1 minute, because if y'all, this ain't no damn classroom now. So hey, go ahead, RG. Go ahead, RG.
I'll just mess with you. JB, I'm done.
But I wanted to say something.
Hey, what is it? Why do y'all think about the guy Carolina criticizing
Charles and it's Charleston White? Charleston White.
But I want to say this here.
But the producer put down Carolina White, but it's Charleston White.
Right. And you know what? I understand all this here, but I want to say this here. Even though, trust me what I'm about to say now, even though we talking about the rappers already all like that, but we had some R&B beef too. When the Temptation and Rothen had their issue, and the black owner of the record was a white man, and they had them, matter of fact, they had one of the Temptation killed because of the issue. Yep. Listen, so we talking about the rapper, but in the R&B, we had that back there too in the 1960s, where they killed one of the Temptation because of the beef that they had, and the guy wanted to get away from the white record company and wanted to start something else. And next thing you know, I'm just saying. I said, Bernard, record companies. Right. Record companies. Start screaming about you want to own your own master, because they go as far as back as Sam Cooke. Yeah, we go way back. Sam Cooke, we go with Michael Jackson, we go Prince. We can go way back with all this here. So even though we talk about the rapper, because they done took over basically right now, and they don't want to kill it, but at the end of the day, we can go deep into the R&B. Go ahead, Jesus, your hand up one more time. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say also what comes to play is jealousy, as opposed to us being able to understand how to work together. Is jealousy, that when you say you are the king of Savannah, so someone else in Savannah gets mad that you said you're the king of Savannah. Just put out a greater product. That's what you're going to do. But instead, because again, people have not been guided properly, understand There's nothing wrong with you celebrating yourself and putting it out there. Only thing you gotta do, if you in the same area, step up your game. Step up your game. You know, so that comes into play.
And it used to be called playing the dozen when we were back in the day, because we would talk about somebody's mama and we would try to rap, and then whoever won, you dap each other, you hand each other, and that was it.
Right.
And I agree
to you now if you do that.
Hey, let me tell you something right now, y'all.
Talk about your mama if you want. Hey, see what happened.
Hey, let me tell you something right now, y'all three Negroes. Listen here. We got 2 hours, right?
I'm Cubano. I'm Cubano Americano.
Okay, Jamal, you Cubano, you Indian, you white, you green, you a rainbow coalition. I don't care what you think you is, but on this picture we see, you look like a black ass. Okay, so that's all I got to say. Hey, moving on to the next subject, Mr. Producer, and we're going to move on to this right here. Ask yourself, here it comes. 1, why do police? Here it comes. 2, why do black women's? Here it comes. 3, why do black men's against black men's? Period. Y'all got that? So in that order, go ahead, RG, since you're waving your hand. Go ahead in that order. Policemen, black women, black men. Go ahead.
I'm going to knock it out like this. This is going to be the shortest answer. When you're great, they come for you. And I'm going to tell you what somebody told me the other day, and I'll tell you this is a powerful statement. When you have an anointing on your life, the enemy going to come for you even stronger. And so every black man on this earth, if you don't realize the anointing on your life and why they're coming for you, it's because God ordained you to be great from the first place. So you have a strong anointing on your life.
Damn. Hey, that's deep, bro. You right. Hey, you absolutely right on that, RG. Hey, everybody, that's a touchdown. That's a touchdown.
That's touchdown.
Hey, go ahead, Jesus, with that. No, go ahead, JB. We're gonna go ahead, JB. It's on you. It's on you.
And I know y'all. We talk about the police all the time and police brutality. I work with police officers every day, and I can give you 10 names. What we don't see that they have to go home as well. One police officer told me that, JB, when we go on the scene, we going on the scene with somebody's worst day. We're never going on the scene with something that's good and they get ready to fix dinner for us. When we go to the scene, it's an individual worst day that they need the police. And I work with police officers every day, and I work with some good police officers. And I work with 90% of them are black, but these are they good officers. So the same way we would want somebody to lump us all into one hole, we have to be careful about lumping them all in one hole. Because I'm quite sure some police officers on that force do not agree with some of the shit that they see and some of the shit that they hear. So a lot of police officers on that force didn't agree with what happened to George Floyd. A lot of policemen on that force didn't agree what happened to Walter Brawley. So it's a lot of officers against what they see. So now I done got stopped by the police, speeding tickets. Like I said, I went 4 times on some stupid stuff. Stupid stuff. But I wasn't threatened. And to this day, I try not to get even nervous with it. If I get pulled over, I know I got my license. I know I got my insurance. I don't care who come to the car. I'm not going to fear nobody because I don't walk around in fear. I was brought up that way. I was brought up in the church, and our parents told me don't fear anything. God got you. So I don't fear when anyone of them come up to my car. But I work with a lot of officers, and they good people. We sit around and we talk about these type of issues. They got families just like us. They got kids just like us, and they hate some of the shit that they see and some of the stuff that they hear. So I don't try to lump them all in the same barrel. But at the same time, a lot of young people, they don't trust the police officer. They got a good reason why they don't trust the police officer. Because you really gonna hear any good thing about a police officer doing something good, because so many of them did so much bad, it put a bad light on them. So it'd be a blind day before an officer gets something good reported on the news, because they done did so much bad, and it shares a bad light on them. She has a bad light on her. But there's some good officers. There's some good officers out there. So, the black man shouldn't have to walk around in fear if they got God. None of us should walk around in fear if they got God. I would not walk around on this earth in fear of no man. Because when it's time for me to go, it's because that's what the Lord wanted. Not because what you want to do to me with a gun. Not because what you want to do to me with a machete when I got chased that day. It's when he calls me home. So I encourage every black person out there. Don't walk around in fear. Don't put that in your head that something going to happen to you when somebody pull up to your car. Be smart enough to know if you got everything in your order, you got your license, you got your registration, take your ticket and move on, because you'll come out better being tried by 12 than to be carried by 6.
Right. You're right. Amen on that. You're right. So what about the black women? What about the black? I say policemen, black women, black men. What about the black women?
Yeah, you said a lot there.
Yeah.
I want nothing but the black woman. Most of us want nothing but the black woman. But I don't judge anybody, whoever they want to be with. Whoever you fall in love with, that's your preference. But the black women, can you imagine what they thinking when we walk out the door? They at the house, Bernard. Most of them, they at the house nervous. They at the house nervous because they know that the black man go through a lot. So be considerate to the black woman when you come home. Have some flowers for the black woman when you come home. Respect the black woman. Keep your hand off the black woman.
Amen.
Because I know one black woman, and that's my younger sister. You put your hand on her, she gonna kill you. So there's some strong black women out there. Nobody else might not give them the credit, but we should always give them a credit, because the last time I checked, the person who brought me here was black.
Hey.
So always give the black woman her due, because none of us will be here without the black
woman.
I don't want to hear like most people. Well, Adam and Eve. You wasn't even around then.
Yeah.
Right.
So
you're right. You're right. Amen. You're right.
Respect the black women, because a lot of us put our hands on them. A lot of us call it the B word. The same people that you hear calling them a B word on those CDs. As soon as that music is off, they'll take it all back. A lot of times people do stuff to the black woman out of image, out of boasting itself up to make themselves look good in the eyes of somebody else. Most of the black women boast themselves up to make themselves look good in the eyes of other women, which they need to stop. Stop. And then you got someone that come down on you with a hammer because they frustrated themselves. Don't prejudge them on that and wondering why they frustrated. Show them some love, and they'll tell you why.
The civil rights movement was because of the black woman. Period.
Yeah.
Period.
You'll be surprised how a woman would open up if you just come true and come honesty with them and stop wasting their time. Because and we say keeping it real, right? That's what we say, and that's what Eddie Murphy say.
Yeah.
This is about keeping it real, isn't it? And if I keep it real.
You're right.
The movie is right. So let's keep it real.
You're
We
right.
all have made mistakes for the black woman, except my brother, because he only had two, one for 34 years and one for now. This is the first time that I've been married, but I done made some mistakes, and I don't apologize. And I don't apologize. Once you do that, you'll be surprised what an apology will do for the black woman.
Yeah.
You'll be surprised. Yeah, you'll be surprised, because we don't have time to wear our heart on our sleeve, because we're too busy looking forward and looking back, and too busy pushing, trying to make money, trying to hold the family together, trying to do things. Women hold stuff on their sleeves. So when you see her head down, ask her what's wrong.
Hey.
Talk to her. Boost her up, because if you don't boost that woman up, you're going to have her kids pointing that gun at you, because she ain't spending no time with them. She can't take care of them because the daddy ain't there. The daddy ain't there. The daddy wasn't there for her mama, and that's what she'll tell you. So when you see all these kids running around here killing and acting a fool, guess where they come from? They come from that woman. But if you continue beating that woman upside her head instead of trying to lift her up, that's where the problem going to lie. Woman was on the radio the other day, said she had 5 kids, and she don't know how she's gonna make it, and she just going through something. A caller said, "Well, get off your back if you got 5 kids." But another caller said, "Guess what? I'm gonna send you a book. I'm gonna send you a book on how to lift your spirit up, so you won't try to go out and harm yourself, and then somebody else taking care of these kids. Lift them up.
Right. You're right.
Lift them up, and stop trying to knock the black woman on top of her head."
And I agree. Everything you just said, I totally agree. I agree 100% what you said. I agree 100% what RGC said. I was going to let Jamal come up next, but since Jamal disappeared, and I want to say this here. Trust me. The question was, ask yourself, number one, the police. I understand, yes, we have good policemen. Yes, we have bad policemen, James. Yes, we do. Okay. But the good policeman is not killing our black young men. Okay. The bad policeman, aka WHITE, is killing our black young men. If I'm getting stopped, I'm guarantee you, and every black man in America say this: if I'm getting stopped by this white policeman, the first thing they're gonna do is pick up the phone and call their family, because they don't know whether they're gonna come home tonight. And it's a shame to feel that way. It's a shame to feel that way. At the end of the day, let's I say, you got some good ones, you got some bad ones. But lately, it's been a lot of bad one putting our young kids 6 feet under. It's been a lot of bad one. They talking about the policeman is protecting the serve. No, the policeman is the one doing the crime. They're the one committing the crime. And they wonder, oh, it's a crime. Yeah, because you committed the crime on our young black men. Yes, some of our young black men got a hard head, but that don't give you the right to make sure. That don't give you the right. Let me finish. That don't give you the right to put these young black men 6 feet under, because you got an attitude tonight, because you don't like what this man said, and because the man ain't stop, because you asked him to stop. He wanted to go to QT when it's got a lot of light, so he can see another day to be with his family, so light can be there. So I'm telling you, yes, we got a lot of we got a lot of good policemen, we got a lot of bad policemen, but in the news today, we got a lot of bad policemen, which is white policemen, is doing our kids wrong. And I don't know what's their problem, and they need to stop killing our kids, because you know what? They come from a black woman. They come from they got kids. You know what I'm saying? That's a parent done got that phone call, say their kids won't be home tonight because you got this white cop got an attitude, because he won't stop. First of all, they need to address their situation. How would you feel if somebody called you and said your kid had just got killed by a cop because he didn't stop, because he was afraid of his life? I understand what you're saying. But I understand some of the stuff I disagree, because at the end of the day, I don't want nobody calling me saying my child done got killed because she didn't stop for this white policeman officer. And who don't like what I'm saying, I don't care, because I'm saying the truth. If you look at every news, California, New York, Chicago, Atlanta, Minnesota, everywhere, they done got killed because of this cop got an attitude. Like they beat the hell out of that woman in Memphis, Tennessee with her kids. They beat the hell out of her, they beat the hell out of her kids, and they beat the hell out of their grandkids. When enough gonna be enough? I ain't got no solution to say whether you got good or bad. You need to. My daughter told me tonight, said, "Daddy, why don't they do better background on giving people a license? A policeman, do better background." You right, do better background, because everybody who you think got a good background don't have a good background. On another note, black women, I love them to death. Matter of fact, I love all women. I don't care what color you is. You know, hey, you don't got me. I don't care what color you is. Yes, you are black women. Yes, at the end of the day. But some of y'all, hey, okay, no, I didn't interrupt you.
No, Daddy, I
y'all
hear you what you had to say.
Okay, but some of y'all don't understand. Some of y'all don't understand. Y'all quick to throw a black man under the bus. Y'all quick to throw a black, oh, he ain't doing this, who ain't doing this. He ain't bringing nothing to the table. What the hell you bringing to the table? Y'all need to address that table. If you bringing some P-Valley and some bills to the table, then you need to get up from that table. I ain't got time for it. At the end of the day, stop always saying, yes, my mama's black. I love her to death. And my mama told me one day when I was in school and we was in the neighborhood and this white woman came in the neighborhood and almost run me over with the car. And my mama told me, say, son, you need to leave these white women alone. They're going to kill you. What? Just almost try to run in front of my mama. So it don't matter whether you black, white, or whatever. But I'm saying this. The society is trying to turn the black women against us. Stand by your man. And I ain't saying all black women. Don't get me wrong, because I love everybody and I love them. But tell it like it is when you start talking about them now. There's some ruthless something out there. I'm telling you, there's some ruthless something out there, man. And then y'all wonder why we, let me tell you something. I'm talking about everybody. This ain't not personal. I'm just saying what I'm piggybacking on what James said about black women. You got some black women out there, man. I won't see them for the time of day. Trust me. Because yes, they're good. And because I got my mama black, my daughter, my sister, and everything. But you got some corrupt little sisters out there. I'm telling you. Trust me. Man, they connive arrested than the white man. And you got to pay attention to that. And I'm just keeping the truth. And who don't like what I'm saying, call Jewish Hall and explain to him. Don't call me and don't inbox me about shit I'm saying, because I'm telling you the truth. Okay? Black men, stop killing each other. Okay, stop killing each other. Stop making something that ain't nothing at the end of the day, period. Trust me. And matter of fact, I'm saying this. You got to watch out for all those women. I don't give a damn what color you is. If a woman and they already done pick up in her mind what she want, it's just like a football bat. If she already done put in her mind she want that man and know he gonna make $1 million, they're gonna do whatever they do with their P-Valley and do what they need to do. Period. And that's my thought. And if y'all got if y'all mad what I'm saying, call Jewish Hall, because I ain't got time to take y'all phone call. Go ahead, Jesus.
Teddy said he gonna put a tape recorder in your house.
Go ahead. Hey, trust me, and he gonna hear a lot of stuff. Go ahead, Jesus. Hold on, Jesus. Let me explain this before you say that. The question will ask yourself, why policemen, why black women and white black man against the black man? Go ahead, Jesus. Go ahead.
Bernard, when the warriors come for you to take you out, it was just ordained by God that to be your day. I understand that. So don't be fearful. Don't be afraid of the warriors. When we take you out, I'm not going to have a hand in it, but my other brothers and sisters will. But I will at least try to advocate for them to let it be a fast and quick ending of you. Okay. But I'll answer the question now.
Boo, boo, boo.
Oh, they say all they are booing because they want your head gone right now. They want your head gone right now.
Hey, I feel you. Go ahead, Jamal. I feel you. Go ahead, Jamal.
So, what it is in my mind is that all three are look at the black man as being an enemy, and it's all taught and induced in them to think like from environments that police officers come from. They don't see black folks. Some of them don't interact with black folks, or they don't have a real strong connection. So they come to a city that's predominantly black, like just using this as an example, and they go and they wreak havoc, killing people. They go in other urban areas and rural areas, and the same thing. They now wreak havoc. So they're taught to view us as the enemy, so they come at us as the enemy. Then the next one, with regards to black women, you got to divide up that unity that they can have, that man and that woman. You got to divide it up because if they are together, they are stronger. But separately, then guess what? You can plug them off. You can hit them. And so that's what this is about. So we got to practice the self-love and also understand we got to embrace one another. We cannot fall victim to the statements made by the enemy. And the last one, with regards to black men, are also taught to look at other black men as being enemies also. So that's why I have such an issue with regards to Coach Rob DeLoach, Coach Bernard Brown, Coach Julius Hall, Coach Rob Bryant, that again, they are so hateful, but they don't understand why they're hateful. They don't realize, I understand why they are so hateful. They are jealous of HVJ. They are jealous, and then they've been taught to hate because of who they are.
You know what? I told you.
Not M-U-T-E, moot him.
Yeah. But you know what? On a serious note, at the end of the day, I totally agree what everyone said. I do. And I'm gonna go with this here. I know, we can't do a commercial, but I want to say this here. Everything that we are saying is true. I think it was time for us to have this conversation to America, to Black America, white America, Asian, and everything. Because at the end of the day, every time we come on the news, it's always about some black person that got killed, some black person at the end of the day. And I'm just saying, at the end of the day, man, I'm just crying out. I'm just crying out for us to start something that maybe, we can save our black men, and we can save ourselves. You know what? On a serious note, Jamal and James, seriously. So we can save ourselves. Just because we laughing and joking, man, at the end of the day, and this is the next section, I'm going to pick it back on it. Would you rather go to a therapy to help black men mentally state of mind? Would you rather go to a therapy? I'm going to take this one. I'm going to take this one. Would you go to a therapy to help black men's state of mind? Let me tell you something. It's a serious problem in this community and black community. Mental health is a serious problem. And if y'all don't know that, it's a serious problem, period. And Jamal said all the time on every show, he said, it don't start there. It's bigger than that. It starts with the history of this country. It starts with, and me and Joel go back and forth. But at the end of the day, he's absolutely right. Every black person in this country should have mentally health check. Because I know for a fact, some of them done had their family member killed, somebody going through so much, everything. At the end of the day, we all going through a lot, man. We are the only race in this damn so-called America that we got to always show ourselves. We got to always, what's the word? We got to always make people think one thing. When they're thinking us, we thug. We got to change their mind and say we not. We going through a job. We always got to change these people's mind about us. And at the end of the day, let me tell you right now on this show, America After Dark, when are we as black people, black men, gonna say enough is enough? At the end of the day, and when those three young boys came to me, man, and told me to save them, that's all I need to hear. That's all I need to hear. I don't give a damn what this country say. Stand up for what's right. Stand up for what's right and stand up for us. Our young people crying out for us, older folks, to help them. And you need to stop listening to them. At the end of the day, do I have a mental health problem? You goddamn right I got a mental health problem. I'm crazy. I need help. I need somebody to talk to me. I don't need somebody to be with me who always want to get what they want to get. I need somebody to say, Bernard, I love you. What do I need to do for you? Instead of worrying about what I need to do for your ass. Period. What this country needs, this Sunday, you stand up for a country, what the hell they gonna do for us? What the hell they gonna do for us? And they want us to stand up and support them and pledge allegiance to the United States. A pledge allegiance to what? Man, shut the hell up.
I like that passion. Great passion. Well, and it goes back to us, goes back to the village. If we start teaching these kids at an early age how to respect one another, how to respect their elders, then we're making some progress. We can scream and yell all day long, but if we're not nurturing them and teaching them when they're young, don't wait until they get 16 and try to tell them right from wrong, because they already know they're not listening to you. They're getting it right and wrong from the gangs. That's their mama, that's their daddy, the gangs. We need to start making sure that we are on these kids when they're young, when they're 2 and 3 years old. The uncles need to be involved. The aunts need to be involved. The parents need to be involved. Stepdaddy need to be involved. Biological dad need to be involved. Everybody need to be in these kids' lives when they're young. There's somebody out there now, 2 and 3 years old. Who knows what they're going to turn out to be 15 years from now? Who knows? But if we're not nurturing them and coming together as a village, when you see something wrong, say something. Step in it. I'm not asking nobody to step in front of a gun, because if I see someone with a gun, I'm ducking and running just like everybody else. But if I see a kid doing bad, I'm going to say something to the kid, because I do it every day. I do it every day. And I'll pull a mother off. Before I say something to anybody's kid, I speak with that mother first, because that would get you killed. That would get you killed. So we have to start changing the mindset. Mom, Dad, can I pull you over to can I talk to you for a second? You know, every time y'all come in here, this kid's running all over the place. I don't want them to get hurt. Don't want them to fall on the stairs, because if they fall on the stairs, the emergency room is only 2 steps and you're gonna be in there all night. Stop being afraid of one another. And that's what we are. We're afraid of one another. Can't even have a decent conversation, but now it's escalating to something bad. To something bad. Can't even go out without it escalating to something bad. And just like the 2 boys came to you today, Bernard said, help them. Then that's what we need to start doing. We need to start speaking to them. You need to start speaking to them. You need to tell those 2 boys to speak to someone else. Jamal, you still awake? You look like you're about ready to go make some pancakes.
Go ahead, Jamal. Go ahead, Jamal.
I also to be on here till 11:30, and so but you just go. I also be on till 11:30. I also to be on here. So,
Jamal, hey, I should have put you on a long time ago when you came up with that hairdo. So go ahead and answer go ahead and say what you got to say, bro. Say what you got to say.
It's hard to get any good answer looking at that hat. I don't know what good gonna come out of this conversation looking at that hat.
Hey, go ahead, Jamal. Go ahead, bro. We love you.
Oh, and well, I was going to say that's the best thing right there. Love. We have an issue with regards to love, and I've shared it before, people, and I put it out in this form right here. To be able to love other people, you have to love yourself. And there's a struggle for us to love ourselves. And so with regards to that goes to mental health. That goes with regards to we not being healthy. And so all of it all starts internally. But you understand where it's coming from. And see what it is. People profit off of our misery. People profit off of us. See, I make money off of you going to jail, going to prison. I make money off of you. I have an entire system. I have a court system that is tied to that. You got attorneys, judges, courthouse personnel, court personnel. You got probation officers, parole officers. You got bondsmen, bail bonds. You got a whole system that is $1 billion industry. They profit off of that. So now let's go with regards to the social issues that you now have. Social issues, you got to bring caseworkers in. So that's an entire system right there. and then you mix it in with regards to the healthcare. You got all this $1 billion industry. They're making money off of people, but not really giving them any healing. So now no healing is occurring. So guess what? The stuff still continues. The same sickness still continues. The same illness continues. And so we have to finally go say enough is enough, and we demand, or we go and push and promote our own things. But again, we have to make those demands, and that we don't have many of us making those demands. But I say that again, but it begins with part of it is because people have damaged self-love. They have damaged self-esteem. It is damaged. So because when they wake up in the morning, like I tell them, I wake up in the morning, I look in the mirror and I love me. I love me. Even if I got one tooth in my mouth, guess what? I'm going to love me. And so, and because I love me, when I see you, then I got love for you.
Yeah.
Guess what? But if I wake up in the morning and I ain't feeling me, I'm not feeling me, guess what? When I see you, I ain't feeling you. And so it becomes easy now for me to destroy you, cause harm to you. And so that's what happens. And so we have a collective trauma that has hit us, and that we have not gotten healthy from that. It's hurt our families, it's hurt us individually, it's hurt our unity in general. So those who need to get the counseling, get the help, I mean, it's right there, because I've been involved in that for mental health counseling for over 12 years. So understanding the dynamics of that right there, and that when people go and say Black folks are not getting it, I tell folks, because in the state of Georgia, you have these things called community service boards. Community service boards, what is happening? That's where people can go get to get treatment, but then folks get paid via the state of Georgia. So I'm not saying it is being done. And so a lot of time what happens for many of us is they making money off us even with regards to that.
Yeah.
But then we're gonna say, oh, black people are not going to they're not getting the help with regards to going to get. I'm not saying the help that we need to get. No, we're not getting help that we really need, and that's the healing. But everything else, I'm like, they're still making money, and not that this is a political show. Our congressman, Buddy Carter, he votes against some things that are actually because he has a business that makes money off of some of these poor people who have to get the mental health medication. So right there, so we see this whole racket going on. That's why I'm standing there saying, wow. And so, but then there's new healing that's going on, and we got to get black folks healed. We got to get black men healed. Yep. So then that way they understand
the medication
function.
The medication.
Hold on, James.
I didn't answer the question, but go ahead.
Hold on. And I want to get a respect out of our listeners, and I want to get all the comments that commented. And I see all y'all comments, and we're gonna flash it. Miss Producer, can you flash all the comments? And I appreciate everybody who's commented, from Vanessa, from Mr. Ivan, for everybody. We appreciate y'all comments. Hey, this has been a great show. Hey, I wanted to come. I know we give y'all politics throughout the week, but it was something that I felt like I needed to do on America After Dark, because I promised my kids I would do it. And I love y'all. James, Jamal, RG, thank you for tuning in and giving us your opinion. And I hope this show can help us black young men, old men. We love y'all. We love y'all. We love the black women. We love every single person that's in our community. And I want to say this here, and I want to clear this up before I leave. Jamal's opinion, James' opinion, and my opinion is our opinion that we feel. It don't have anything to do with our black media or ATR black media whatsoever. I'm very passionate about what I say, and I'm going to say what I got to say. And at the end of the day, it is what it is. I thank you, Vanessa. And what let me say about Vanessa Taylor, and I have to say this about her. This young lady is a strong young lady. She was a community lady. I remember when we had a conversation 2 years ago on the telephone, and she called me. I don't know how she got my number, but she called me and we talked. And she said, I think you got something special here, Bernard. Just way before I had a show or anything. She was just watching me by what I do for my community, what Jamal do for his community, what James do for his community. We don't get everything right, but we don't get everything wrong. But at the end of the day, we true black, true people. Let me clear this up. We true people. We love everybody. I thank y'all for tuning in. It was a great show. I thank y'all for all your opinion. I want to say share, 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 share to the bottom of my heart. You're right. I remember you definitely. Hey, trust me. She touched my heart. Vanessa Taylor, you touched my heart. Alicia, Keisha, all y'all women, black women that trying to help our black community. And we as black men need to jump on board and help our sister, and we can do the right thing at the end of the day. And I want to say this here before I let James talk. It's going to be last word. Hey, next week is Labor Day. And the reason why I had this show is this here. Next week, Labor Day, we're going to let everybody enjoy their Labor Day. America After Dark will be back September the 10th, 2022 for another brand new show at the end of the day. And this show going to be ladies' night. At the end of the day, hey, I love y'all. I thank y'all for supporting ATR Black Media. I thank our president, Julius Hall. I thank our founder, Charlie Brown, and Julius Hall for giving us this opportunity and this platform. And I'm going to say last word. Go ahead, Jay. Last word.
Do I get a new contract? Do I get a new contract?
And you get rid of that hell, you will get one.
Hell no.
Last word. Last word.
But my community is where I stand. I don't have to be in a community. With me, my community is where I stand. Wherever I'm at, I'm willing to help somebody.
Bye-bye.
I'm willing to help somebody. It was this white lady by the job. She sleep on the ground. I took a mattress and gave her that mattress. So it's not about color with me. I'm smart enough to know what this country and how black people are being treated. But there will never be a day that I won't help anybody. I don't care what color they are, because I have my mother's heart. And ain't no man or woman can take that away from me. So I'm willing to help anybody that needs help. I wouldn't care what color you are.
Right.
If you need help. That's my calling, to help people. You know, and if Jesus decided to look at color, then it would be just us here for what we go through.
Right.
It'd be just us for all the hell we have to go through from other races.
You're absolutely right, Jay.
I'm here. I'm willing to help anybody that need help. My passion is helping kids, and my passion is helping homeless people. And I do my job and I do my part, not just talking it. I walk it as well. And a lot of stuff I do don't need to be publicized, but rest for sure that I'm doing my part in helping my community.
Yeah,
and it was a great show tonight. This show wasn't about what the white man is doing to us. This show is about what we can do for ourselves, so we don't have to ask anybody for nothing. You know, I had a cleaning business for 10 years, no longer have it, but I had a cleaning business for 2 years. So if we started promoting people having their own business, then we don't have to be working for folks. You know, you got all these companies, all these big companies out there, and all these big companies are owned by black people, by white people. So let's start getting some of our own company. There's a lot of smart people out there. There's a lot of millionaires, and a few billionaires that we hear about that's out there. But I don't suggest nobody to do what they want to do, what they don't want to do with their money. But at the same time, me, if I had $1 billion, I could tell you what I'll be doing with it.
Right. Absolutely. Hey, we got 1 minute. We got almost 1 minute. And you're absolutely right, JB. I appreciate you was on point tonight, and we love you. Jamal, last word, Jamal.
We need to keep rising. We need to keep going forward. We need to believe in ourselves and believe in one another. Trust one another. Trust ourselves, and don't be afraid. don't be afraid. And Reverend Ike, Judge Ike said something, and that's when I share people. I said, because I love God, I have no fear of man or woman. And so that's what we need to adhere to, loving God and understanding God is there with us when we're doing the right things. And so that's what, again, love yourself, respect one another, look out for one another, protect each one of us.
Bernard, we can't let this show go, and I'm glad your mom brought it up. I was just waiting on this to hit this before the end of the show. He mentioned love. You ready?
Yeah.
When you think of
love,
make you want
to lose your mind. Woo!
When you think of love. It's been a great show. Nobody jail. I didn't have to call the bailiff to get anybody out of here. I appreciate you acting like you got some sense. This court and this show has been a journey.
Hey, and I want to thank y'all on Last Word for me. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. I want to thank y'all for supporting us. And like I said, our opinion is our opinion. And don't get us wrong. The reason why we talking about our black community is because that's what we need to save. Our black community ain't got nothing to do with white, black, green. We love, and we got every nationality in our family. I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all. It's been a wonderful night. Share. And the last thing I want to say is this. Stop letting people treat you all kind of way. Let go, let God. We out of here. I see y'all September the 10th. We'll see y'all September the 10th. America, we out of here. Share. It's been a great show. Hey, Jamar, I love you with your Jamaican. And JB, you on point.
Hey, Teddy,
all the people.
Teddy, your hat. Teddy love that hat.
The new show Sunday for 4 to 5. Hey, we got a new show Sunday for 4 to 5. It's called From the Hood to the Pulpit. Y'all need to check it out. And we want to thank Jewish Hall for all this hard work, giving us opportunity to let. Hey, I know y'all tired of us coming in y'all household, us. But you know what? We do what we got to do. I love y'all. We family. PR. Hey, thank you. We out of here. Peace, love, and happiness. We out of here.
Great show.
Great show.
Yeah.
I like that.